an addictive sport. I've always watched football, and I thought football was kind of tough and a fast game, but you don't stop for a huddle in hockey. You go all out or you don't go at all.
Former NHLer Doug Shedden, now one of the most successful coaches in minor professional hockey, knows that fighting can be a valuable tool in marketing the game to a new audience.
That's what sells the sport, especially in the South, is the fans don't know a whole lot about hockey, but they love seeing a good fight.
I think fighting has a lot to do with it. You know, we've got wrestlers around here that people go to see that are more choreography than it is actually fighting. And that sells out just about every time they open the doors to it. I think fighting has a lot to do with it, and I think it has a lot to do with the game itself.
Do not, I repeat, do not get pigeonholed into fighting. It's just one long, long nightmare.
Marc Laforge of Sudbury, Ontario, made it to the NHL and back as a tough guy. But after 17 years in the game, fighting for Marc has lost its appeal.
As a tool, when you're younger, to get to the NHL, you'll do anything you want, but as you grow older, it's very dehumanizing, sitting on the bench and just going out and fighting night after night after night after night. I never fought until my first year junior, where I basically had to fight. If I didn't fight, I wouldn't play, so we had a team that got pushed around a little bit, so being young and stupid, I figured that'd be the way to get some more ice time, and it was the way. I got a lot more ice time, but then I was trapped for, it's been 17 years now.
Marc earned a reputation in his early years as a tough but unpredictable player. As a junior, he was banned for life from the Ontario Hockey League for his part in an on-ice brawl. There's two
kind of guys you're nervous about. The really tough guy, the legitimate tough guy, but he's quiet, like a Bob Probert. Guys are nervous. Or the guy you never know what he'll do. That's the kind of guy I was. Maybe I'd fight, maybe I'd stick you.
If anything, the notoriety surrounding the lifetime ban helped his career. In the 1986 NHL draft of the world's best junior players, Marc was selected 32nd overall. But it wasn't long after getting drafted that Marc began to regret his tough guy role.
Hey! 3-on-1, you're not going to win a fight. 1-on-1, maybe you have a chance.
When you're younger, it's kind of a thrill, and you don't really mind fighting because you're young. You don't really think about it, about getting hurt. As you get older, and you're making a lot more money, fighting doesn't seem as much fun because you get more mature and you realize how not very bright it is.
If hockey gets rid of fighting, I don't know what the game's going to turn into. It's going to be a lot of stick work like it is now. Like, I think they should increase the fighting and let guys fight it out.
Brandon Christian was brought to Indianapolis for one reason: to intimidate. Tonight he's up against one of the toughest fighters in the league, Marty Melnichuk.
The guy's an idiot. I don't know. I didn't like him. I have never talked to the guy personally. I didn't like him from when I seen him. And when I first got on the ice, I started skating around, and he was like staring at me like he wanted to fight me right there in warm-up. So I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I shot the puck at him. I was like, what the f are you staring at? Like, why are you staring at me? You know what I mean? Nobody likes to be stared at. Like, I don't know. It just, from that point on, I just had no respect for the guy.
Rock and roll for Chip Dixon. No, right now.
Well, I told him the first period, and I told him, I'm not supposed to fight you. Coach Rod just said, you know, I don't want you out there fighting unless you have to. He said to me that before the game, and then we're on the bench, he said, I don't want you fighting. I'm like, well, you know, make up your mind. You know, you either want me to fight or you don't want me to fight.
I don't want you fighting.
I said, I'll fight you third period, I think I said to him. And he wouldn't take that. He's just so stupid. You know, I try to change my role this year. I try to be a player and not necessarily be the enforcer, you know, but it didn't work.
Tough guys aren't known for turning the other cheek. When Christian is punched in the face from behind, he goes after the smaller player, despite telling Melnichuk he can't fight. Melnichuk is enraged.
You go, let's 260, you retarded it. Yeah, drop your gloves at me.
Moments after getting out of the penalty box, Malnichuk gets Christian to finally drop the gloves.
I might have lost the fight, but I think I still can beat him up pretty bad if I get another shot at it.
But he never gets another shot. Immediately after the game, Brandon's cut from the team.
I guess I have some regrets. I mean, I've met some great people, been to some great places, so I don't, from that point of view, I have no regrets. But looking back now, I wish I never would have started fighting, because back then I was like a good skater. I was rated high in the draft, and could have gone to the Olympic team. So ifs and buts, ifs and buts.
Being able to fight and take care of myself and my teammates. Like, I love the role. There's no doubt about it. I wanted to do that when I came out of net. I wanted to be the tough guy. I wanted to make it to the NHL, and it's still a goal for me now. I'm 20 years old, and I still want to make it there.